Hello everyone, Brett the Comic Novice here, and in today's video, I'm going to be looking at the top 10 most pulled comics for the week of November 12th, 2025. Additionally, I'm going to be looking at the comics that, the barrage of number ones, as well as some of the 5 comics that are on the outside looking in from the top 10. So please stay tuned for that, as well as at the very end of the video, I'm going to be sharing my poll list for this week. And yeah, starting off with the most pulled comic for November 12th is Jim Lee and Jeff Loeb's Batman 162 after a couple month hiatus or a pause or catching up or whatnot. It is now available to purchase, so we can continue on the Hush 2 storyline. Number 2 is Wolverine's number 11, sorry, Ultimate Wolverine number 11 from the Marvel Comics. This was supposed to be a 12-issue maxi series, and then it decided to go on to a 16-issue maxi series to see the end of the Ultimate Universe out before eventually they probably reboot that sucker, a couple of years down the road or sooner. Number 3 is Image Comics and Robert Kirkman's Transformers. This is his second issue since taking over from Daniel Warren Johnson. Again, it features Dan Moore's art, who is constantly doing about 3 books a month for DC Comics. And so, Transformers, here we go. Again, the first one had, I think, 18 variant covers. Now we're down to only 3. The fourth most pulled is Mark Waid's, Superboy story from the pages of Action Comics. This is issue 1092 as the fourth most pulled for the week of November 12th. Looking at number 5, we have, with 2 issues left to go, is The Ultimate Black Panther, issue number 22 from Marvel Comics. We finally get our first $3.99 cover price, which is the Fantastic Four, issue number 5, as the 6th most pulled. This is Ryan North and Humberto Ramos, as well as, and then we go back up to $5 with Philip Kennedy Johnson's Batman and Robin issue 27. Then we get I think this is interesting because it's an annual, but it's not even a big annual. Maybe because Poison Ivy is a little book that could, so perhaps maybe I'm not giving it enough justice or whatnot, because this is the 8th most book pulled, and it is an annual, and according to the top 50 and the League of Comic Geek numbers, it has basically it passed the standard book. So the annual is being pulled more than the actual, Poison Ivy book itself. Number 9 is the final to Dan Water and Hayden Sherman's Batman Dark Patterns, issue number 12 of 12. Only one variant for that. I have not read this series. I do have it all pulled so far from my DC Infinite Universe app, because, you start seeing it on lists routinely, and maybe there's something to this story. And number 10 from Todd McFarlane and artist Brett Booth, Spawn 370. This is a $3.99 cover price. Sadly, it went from being $2.99 for quite some time, but you know what? Fair due. The paper quality is good. It also has a really good cardstock cover for $3.99, unlike what DC Comics does, is add an extra buck for the, pristine cover. Except for some reason, Dan Slott's Ultimate or Superman Unlimited, like that gets a cardstock cover all the time. Anyway, 5 on the outside for the week of this week's top 10. Number 11 is Maxwell Prince's Superman Kryptonite Spectrum. I've not even thought about looking at this one. Number 12 is Mark Guggenheim's The Deaths of Spider-Man and Wolverine. I guess that's a thing. And then you have number 13, Jeremy Adams' Aquaman, which a couple of issues behind on this, but might be okay. This is one of the tie-ins to DCKO. Then we have Supergirl, written and drawn by Sophie Campbell. And number 15, we have Jake John JMS. There we are. We'll just go with that. The Amazing Spider-Man Torn, issue number 2. And then the barrage of number 1 issues for this week, we have Batman Static Beyond. This is quite interesting because usually the Beyond ones were done by was it Andy, not Andy Lanning, Jackson and Lansing or something like that. And this one is not. This one is also identified as a Elseworlds book. So I think that's quite interesting. This is a $4.99 cover price. Then we have Marvel's 1776. I put it as a 3-issue miniseries, but it could be a lot further miniseries, like 6 issues. Could be a maxi series. Who knows? I did not find much information on this. Then we have Tim Seeley's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Godzilla, number 1 from IDW. There's a book from IDW I've been meaning to put on my pull list, and I hope it's coming up soon, or maybe I'm just dreaming. Anyway, Predator Badlands from Marvel is also getting a number 1. This is, I think, done by the director of helped along with the director of the new film. This is written by Ethan Sachs. Okay. The last time I read something that from Ethan Sachs was the Aquaman tie-in for the Aquaman 2 movie, and did not particularly enjoy it. And it was free for the DC Infinite Universe app, so I would not be holding my dice breath for that one. Next in the barrage of number 1s is Die Loaded. This is a new storyline for the series Die. I've heard a couple of good things from it. Probably like a role-playing game type of a situation with comics. I don't know. Maybe I owe it to myself to give that a check. Then we have the Declan Shalvey's The Terminator Medal from Dynamite, and I think nope, that's not it. Maybe it is Mega Man. I thought that was last week. Yep, that was last week. Okay, so that is all the number 1 issues from this week. So I'm going to share with you right now my pull list for this week. Starting off, obviously, I have the continued run of Action Comics 1092. Mark Waid. I have not read an issue, sadly, of Action Comics since the crossover with Joshua Williamson with the Brainiac storyline. Aquaman number 11, Batman 162, Conan the Barbarian 26, which I believe starts a brand new storyline. We have Green Lantern Corps, and then Transformers, and ending with the Ultimate Black Panther. So those are all the things I have on my pull list for the week of November 12th, 2025. What are you looking forward to the most? What are you trying? What are you dropping, I guess you could say? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and until next time, I will see you in the dollar section, where issue number 1 of Absolute Batman, the 12th printing, will easily be found. Thanks for watching. Bye.